This is really the Fighter and the Kid.
Come on, baby.
Here we are.
Dog.
We're back.
Back, pal.
We're back, and
Lot to chat about.
We got the Middle East on fire. We got the election. We got Diddy. There's a lot to talk about.
Wow. Wow. None of those were on.
Yeah, I know that. That's why I said it, because I was like, this is not like a news show.
Yeah.
Well, the Middle East.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. What's going on with you? What's happening?
Just got done with the interview with Damon Martin. You jumped in on there.
Yep.
I've known Damon 20 years.
Damn,
wow.
Long time, huh?
One of my first friends in MMA.
Fuck.
He's at MMA fighting now. He was at Fox forever. He was all over. He's like one of the staples as far as legit journalists in the game. He does the pod with Matt Brown, who I love. I talked to Cowboy before I came in here. He announced, I'm sure it's their current events, but he announced he's coming back for 2 fights.
Yeah, I love it.
Here's what's crazy is, he's on TRT, he's on peptides, transcendcompany.com/Brendan Schaub. If you want to get on those, if you want to look like Cowboy and me, that's all we do. Transcendcompany.com/Brendan Schaub. Save some money, get thick, get swole, be healthy, fix his injuries. But Cowboy's been doing that.
Yeah.
Now he has to go off all that, pee clean, and then he can compete.
Yeah.
So he's in the protocol for 6 months.
Yeah, so I ran into him at the UFC, and I said, how do you feel? And he goes, I want to fight again. I miss this. And I was like, oh boy. And, I'm sure his body feels great with all the stuff he's taken. He's got a full head of hair. He wants to fight at 85. He's walking around about 220, which is a big weight class. And what do you think when you come off of that stuff? Are you allowed to be on peptides?
No.
You're not?
No, God, no.
You're not allowed to be on growth?
None of it.
None of it.
No.
None of it.
Growth?
There's no exemptions?
No, absolutely
You're
not.
off.
You're off.
So your body
it's gonna be,
tends-
when your favorite fighter got shrunken down
Yeah.
when you saw it, it's going to be like that.
Yeah.
So, there's guys that, get out of the game and they move on, but they're not on TRT and peptides and then come back.
Yeah.
Which is all good. Get in shape, do your thing. But when you're Cowboys against the odds, even more so. To feel that good, heal your injuries, do all that, and then go completely off and have to train and get back into camp.
I wish you wouldn't.
He's against the odds. I said the same thing when I first saw the headline. I'm like, Cowboy, what are you doing? You talked to the guy for 5 minutes. By the time we got done with the comment, I'm like, I can't wait for this.
Yeah. He's the
man.
maniac. Yeah, he's the man.
He's
He's a fighter.
Also, I don't feel as weird about him because he doesn't need to do it.
Yeah. And he just wants to because he's exciting. Now, let me ask you this. Who would he fight? Who would you pick for him to fight? Would it'd be at 85, yeah?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think 70 right now would be hard for him. I think he's thinking 85.
Well, remember, Brian, he's getting off TRT and peptides. He's not fighting at 85. He's not 85er.
Will he shrink down, though? Or will it have a lasting effect?
No. His body's going to be completely different.
Really?
Yeah. He ain't fighting at 85, Bubba. That ain't happening.
Okay.
He'll fight at 70.
Let's go through the 85ers.
No, we won't go through the top 15. Then I don't think he's getting something like that.
He's not. Okay.
No, because also...
Those guys are big. Those guys are fucking big.
He's not fighting 85, dude.
Okay.
Well, it's not even worth talking about.
No.
That'd be insane.
He's going to fight at 70.
He's going to fight at 70.
Catch weight?
Nobody. 70. There's no catch weights.
All right.
It's 2 fights.
All right.
Yeah, 85 is not happening. He'll fight at 70, but hopefully they give him a matchup, and he's one of Dana's favorite, if not his very favorite fighter of all time. Dana loves him, and they're still they're still in business together. At 70,
I'm going to throw out a name. I'm going to throw out?
Let me look at Wonder Boy.
No. I like that, but no. Colby Covington.
Well, no. So what they're not going to do is toss him a top 3 or 4 guy.
No.
What? They like him.
Yeah,
Why would you give him a wrestler?
Yeah, Colby's a fucking nightmare.
That's a terrible matchup.
Nightmare.
No, they'll give him some, on the feet, like Michael Venom Page, Cowboy. If Venom Page gets through Ian Gary,
that's interesting.
You could do something like that. Or not Ian Gary. Ian Gary beat him.
Yeah.
Michael Venom Page has a fight coming up. Who's he fighting, Chin?
I'll look up. I'm with you on Stephen Thompson. I think that would be a great matchup for Cowboy.
Here's one for you. What if Nick Diaz beats Vicente Luque, or even if he loses? Cowboys lost a bunch of fights. Well, Nick Diaz, because he's not fighting for a hot second.
Be a lot of
fun. Talking about late next year.
Cowboy fought his brother. Why not fight his?
Yeah. What about Nick Diaz?
Nick. Why not? I'd like that. I'd like him to fight somebody who's a little long in the tooth.
And they'll take care of him.
Yeah. Get somebody a little long in the tooth, and there you go. Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah, nothing solid as of yet.
There's something out there. What'd you type in?
Michael Venom Page next fight.
Another good person for him to fight would be Rose Namajunas. I think that'd be an interesting fight.
I also like that.
You know what I mean? Get them in there. Let's move them around.
Kayla Harrison.
Kayla Harrison. That would be fun. Kayla Harrison.
And no, Rose. But that a Nick Diaz, something like that. But they'll take care of him. They're gonna throw him. Colby Covington be thrown to the fucking. That's a terrible idea. Do you not like Cowboy?
I just think
he hasn't fought forever.
I think Colby, it'd be a high profile fight, so I want it for both of them money wise.
No, but Cowboy wants to fight twice to get to 50.
Yeah.
So you don't want to get
Colby's
starched.
A nightmare.
No.
Colby's a nightmare.
He's also a contender. Colby's not taking that fight, Bubba.
Yeah, you're right.
No.
Yeah, he's just, I don't want to see him fight somebody who's young and explosive.
They won't do that to him.
They won't.
No, they'll take care of Cowboy. Yeah. Michael Venom Page.
Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, Mighty Mouse would be fun. Yeah. Wonder Boy Thompson. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Wonder Boy. Yeah.
Do you see Dana's comments about it? He said, I hate it. I hate it. Love him. Hate that. Lamented Dana White as he expressed his concern for the legendary fighter who's looking to ride back into battle. He retired for what? What's left to prove? If you want to make money, let's figure something else out. I hate it. When guys retire, they retire for a reason. They retire because they know it's over. They know it is.
It's not over, though, if you give them the right matchups. That's my problem with the UFC. Like, Nick Diaz shouldn't be fighting Vicente Luque, who's ranked number 14. He should be fighting Tony Ferguson. Yeah. Tony Ferguson should be fighting freaking Nick Diaz.
Tony Ferguson should be fighting no one at this point. But yeah.
But if he's going to fight, match him up accordingly.
Sure.
Like, don't give him these monsters. Like, you look at Tony's last 8 fights. It's the creme de la creme. Can we get a break? Wonder Boy Thompson, a lot older. Shavkat?
Yeah,
Muhammad?
No.
Monsters, dude.
No.
Yeah. Buckley, this young lion, like, what are we doing?
Yeah, no.
So, but Cowboy's different than all those guys. Cowboy's one of Dana's favorites. He will be taken care of. And also, here's when I say that, taken care of, there's only so much they can do. It's the UFC. Taking care of me, and here's Nick Diaz, which ain't a walk in the park.
I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Nate Diaz for a rematch.
Nate's not under contract, though.
Yeah, well, bring Nate back in. We'd all love that.
Yeah, you're asking a lot.
Am I? That's a good fight. That'd be a good fight. Donald's got unfinished business.
I don't think if Nate comes back, the only fight they would do would be Connor. So that's not happening.
If Nate comes back,
yeah, that's
really?
the only fight they would do. Yeah,
Man,
he might have one left.
I'd like to see it, though.
But wouldn't you rather see Connor?
Of course I would, but I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Oh, well, guarantee it.
Really?
Yeah, guarantee it.
Between him and Nate?
Yeah. Yeah, it'll happen. Might not happen in the UFC, but I guarantee you see Connor fight again. But if Nate were to come back, they ain't wasted it. And this is no disrespect on Cowboy. They'd give him Connor because that fight only has so long to go, They'll take care of Cowboy, though, as much as they can. Again,
there are guys at 55 that might step up. There are guys at 55 that would step up to 70 to fight Donald.
I don't think so. I think you're show off on this. Yeah, you're really bad takes today, yeah. I want to see my 85. You know what? I bet guys at 45 would jump up. Hey, man. Hey, bud. Hey,
what
bud.
What do you mean? I'm just saying. I can see,
Isn't Max Holloway fighting this weekend? Hey, man. If you're going to jump in the pool.
What about Alex Pereira?
Put your shit on.
Would Alex be good?
He just.
Yeah.
No. Kudos to him, though. It's just going to build everything he's doing. His nitro race circus, all that stuff. It's going to build all that. Yeah, I'm just so curious how I can't imagine going off TRT or peptides. Transcendcompany.com/Brendan Schaub. I can't imagine. I can't imagine.
Really?
I can't imagine going off it and then competing.
God.
It's already tough enough. And you're older.
Yeah.
And you've had help. And then not only you're older, but you're getting off the help.
I bet you his injuries are all cleared up. He probably feels fucking great.
Yeah. But the injuries are healed at this point.
Can I see his hair? Can you bring his hair up for a sec?
I'll show you that Transcend video so you can see.
Yeah. He's walking a juicy 220. I mean, come on. That's schoolboy hair right there.
I retired. I told you I was getting my hair done. And getting on there.
That looks crazy.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. That's a little much.
He looks fantastic. Wears a helmet all the time, too.
Huh?
He wears a helmet all the time.
Yeah, that's a hair job right there. That's some straight up hair. See how it stands straight up,
dude?
Do you know why?
Dude,
that's how it grows to
dude,
the back.
50 UFC fights. 50.
It's so crazy.
50.
It's so crazy. Most wins in UFC history, most finishes, most bonuses.
I don't know if that'll ever
most
be broken.
walks to that cage. He is amazing.
I support him. Yeah, that's my guy.
He's amazing.
That's my boy.
I love that dude.
Love him.
I love him.
50.
Yeah. God dang. He's saying steroids, but he's on TRT. He's not on steroids.
Yeah, he keeps saying steroids.
Not steroids.
Transcend can't like that. Cowboy's hilarious.
Peptides and TRT.
But this goes to my point. Play the Carwin thing, Chin. You know, pause it real quick.
Hold on, let me get
So
this.
I didn't know, like, Chin brought up about the antitrust lawsuit, all this stuff, and then Shane has an affidavit in there. I haven't spoken to Shane in some time. You know, I know he's struggling. Last time I spoke to him, I didn't know any of this, so this is all real. First time I hear it.
Okay.
What I'm reading is from Shane's testimony. Go. Shane recently came out, Carwin, who was, like a brother to me, and Shane's struggling, man. That's my main training partner. Bring up what Shane said. Despite having a degree in engineering from Colorado School of Mines, I've been unable to maintain adequate focus to hold down my engineering job. I face serious challenging, meaning basic.
Yeah.
Former world champ. I face serious challenges in meeting basic everyday expenses for food, shelter. How do you not just go, I get it, dude, boom, 10, 15 mil, your troubles. Can we be human for a fucking second? Could you just be a fucking human being for a second and go, here, dude, here, man, we know. You don't have to do it publicly. Just from fucking human to human, man. This guy put his life on the line. I've seen it, dude. I was with him every step of the way from day fucking one. He's such a good person. How can you not just go, here you go, don't worry about it? That's pennies to these guys. Shane recently came out, Carwin, who was, like a brother to me. And shit. So you see that, and then Cowboy's coming back, but Cowboy's different where it's not as bad because Cowboy's set. Cowboy has money.
Well, you spent so much time with Shane.
Yeah.
I met you. First time I met you, you were Shane,
Yeah, that was my guy.
And he was great. And I remember you telling me about how you guys used to spar and you guys would throw up. You were concussed all the time.
I was telling a story on Schaub show where we used to spar and get in the car and call each other because we didn't know how to get home.
Fuck.
All the time.
Seriously?
And then I'd jump in his truck and he'd be like, you hungry? I'm like, I'm starving. I didn't have money. So I'd be like, all right, I'm going to buy you dinner. And then I'd go, let's go to Chipotle. And we wouldn't know how to get there. We used to laugh so hard at it.
Because you were that brain damaged. You were that concussed.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you were sparring with the guy with the biggest hand. You were sparring and going full hard with the hardest puncher in the UFC.
That's what made him a former world champion, made me top 10 in the world.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it took.
Yeah, well, that's insane because his fists were so big. I remember he squeezed me. He picked me up and squeezed me. And you got to remember, he was 285 pounds, way bigger than Brendan. Way bigger.
Not even close.
His hands,
he had to cut
his
to
hands
65.
were so much.
Like, I had to sit in a sauna with him, and I'd have to get out because I didn't want to lose weight because I was already skinny for a heavyweight. He would have to sit in a sauna and make 65.
He squeezed me, and he goes, and I was like, I started tapping. He goes, that's 30%. I was like, I'm a grown man. And I looked at Nate Marquardt. I go, could he do that to you? He goes, if I let him, he could squeeze me until like he was so weird strong, had the biggest hands and hit. I think he hit harder than anybody.
He was the hardest hitter, I think, top 3 of all time.
I mean, I can't get
imagine. But it's the reason why this one hit, right? Like, I know I could.
Well, it hit for a lot of reasons.
Yes, but I could list off a ton of guys that I know suffering from CT, and it's their own battle. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of help out there. But then I step back too, from a business sense, from the UFC. Like, let's say I had problems, right? I thank God there's none that have shown up lately, but I did buy 2 Hummers and it's insane. That's probably something to do with it. But let's say I had like really bad problems. If I'm the UFC, I would go, and there was a lawsuit, I'd go, didn't you start playing tackle football at 6? I go, yeah, I did. Okay. And how long did you play for? Until I was in my 20s. Okay, well, it's about whatever it is, 18 years of football. So do you think he got it there? I don't know. Now, you fought, and I fought more than Shane. Shane only fought, I think, 6 times in the UFC. I fought a lot more than that. I fought over 10 times, right? Including the Ultimate Fighter. So I had more fights than Shane.
Not to mention all the training.
I played football longer than Shane. So if I'm the UFC, it's like, how do you know you got it on our clock?
On our watch, yeah.
Yeah, how do you know you got it on our watch? So it's like this one, it's close to home. I wish they'd take care of him. To Dana's credit, hopefully I'm not going to turn here. And I've tried to help Leister Bowling, and Shane's in a much better place from what I hear talking to Leister about this, who was our head coach, and his son wrestles at Iowa, and Leister's one of the best humans on earth. Complete badass, by the way, but I digress. But Leister, when he called me with these issues, we got on the horn, and we were able to reach Dana. And to Dana's credit, he put Shane on a private plane, flew him to the Apex Center, and tried to get him help.
Yeah.
So
No, Dana, yeah, I'm sure.
It's not like Dana was like, nah.
It's a very difficult problem.
Here's the other thing too, and this surprised me too, is if you look at the majority of the comments go, why don't you help him, Brendan? Why don't you pay his bills?
You can't.
So it's my, hold on. So wait, hold on. I do all right. You think I do well enough to
support a whole
another family?
No.
And also all his treatment and his lifestyle and his cars and insurance and health insurance? No. So hold on. You want me to cover his entire bill? So, but again, it's all like, if I'm the UFC, like, again, I'm not the face of this antitrust lawsuit. The UFC's done nothing wrong to me, so it's very difficult to untangle this web. It's very difficult.
Well,
the UFC's going, hold on, Brendan, you just said you guys spar so hard, you couldn't even drive home.
Yeah.
Was that on our clock?
Right. I would say this. I would say that if you were a champion, if you were a UFC champion, that's pretty cool, and
very
you contributed a lot to the sport. And I think that maybe there are cases, and I'm sure there have been with Dana and with the brass, where somebody needs help and there's a lot of help given behind the scenes.
I know for a fact they felt that, yeah.
They help a lot of people behind the scenes that you don't know about. And so hopefully Shane gets that help, right? It sounds like he needs literally in-home care.
I know he's doing better. I know he's doing better. Yeah. I know he's doing better. It's tough, right? It's because also
there's a lot of tough things that go on here, because from my experience, I'm not saying this about Shane. I'm really not. I'm not. But there are a lot of athletes who, when they are done, and this is not Shane. I'm not saying this about Shane. I'm saying there are a lot of athletes when they're done fighting, and they could be legends. They've done a lot. There are other extracurricular activities and substances that play a part a lot of time in their downfall. Now that could be a function.
That's a function of CT, like addiction to opiates or alcohol. That's a function of CT.
You and I both have been around like pretty famous people, and I'll say something to you like this: "Man, that guy's breathing was different."
Yeah,
and then you go, "Yeah, dude, it's called pills."
Yep.
And I'm like, "What?" Yep. And when you get into the nitty gritty, when you get behind the scenes, when you pull the curtain back on pro sports, especially contact sports, it's not all roses. And especially when the music stops, there's a lot of shit you're dealing with. People self-medicate because they're going nuts.
110%. But then also too, if I'm the UFC, it's like you got to be a little crazy to be a cage fighter in general. So the wiring already is a little different. So my argument from the UFC is like, well, did you do a brain scan when you're 4? Were you cool then? Like, did you have all your shit together then? Because you usually don't start fighting grown men in a steel cage or underwear if everything's great at home.
So on that point, I was talking to some tier one,
especially when we started. Now it's a little different. It's more of a sport.
Sure.
When we started, I had no other options.
Yes, and I was talking to some tier one guys. Those top commandos, those guys who were like Delta, all those guys. It was really interesting. I said, I watched a couple clips of some people I don't know, and they seemed like they were having a really hard time. I know another guy was having a really hard time with PTSD from the war. And I was like, damn. And then I talked to the guys who've been there, who've done it. And it was very interesting because they all said the same exact thing. They were like, well, hold on. How do you know it was from the war?
Yeah.
And I go, I don't. And he goes, exactly. Did it ever occur to you that maybe they got into this extreme lifestyle because they were already dealing with demons?
It's tough.
And I was like, fuck, I never thought of that.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if that's the majority.
But to your
There's
point,
also
though, it's
no way
hard
to
to
figure it out.
pinpoint the origin, man.
If I'm the UFC and let's say I hit them with an antitrust lawsuit, I'd go, hold up. You're on record saying you started playing tackle football at 6, motherfucker.
Yeah.
We had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
And you played into your 20s? How many concussions you have at University of Colorado? And we're going to front the bill?
Yeah.
What about you sparring? We didn't tell you to spar like that. Also, the other argument for the UFC is every other league doesn't make money. They're the only league that's
exactly
figured
right.
out the business model to profit. They're the only profiting combat sports league of all time.
They've done an amazing job.
The best.
And I got something else.
Well, that's why people are coming after him. So when you go, oh, you got to pay him half, whatever you want, the MLB, half or 55%, whatever the unions do with these other leagues, it's fighting. It's fighting.
And they do make
it's the
stars.
dark arts.
They do make stars.
For sure.
And they do. But dude, here's the other thing that's really interesting. They had these new gloves. And these new gloves keep the hands tight so you don't poke as much and stuff like that. For whatever reason,
knockouts are down.
Knockouts are down by what, 11%? I read that article.
Yeah, it's not good.
And that's not good for viewership, right? Because us viewers want to see knockouts because that's good for ratings. Knockouts are very bad for your brain. Knockouts can change careers forever. Knockouts do change careers forever. Knockouts end careers. And yet, we as the bloodthirsty audience, that's what we want. So
your favorite fighters knocked people out.
Correct. So the game is already a zero-sum motherfucker. And so, sometimes it's like, if you care about Shane and people like that, then everybody here who watches the UFC should give $1 to a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Give $1.
Instead of that Conor McGregor pay-per-view where you're paying $1.2 million, they're making all that money. Give it to
forget the UFC. Let's set up a GoFundMe. And if you're a real fan of the UFCs and you really care about fighters, you really care about this, don't be sitting there laughing with blood in your mouth. Help someone out. Before you criticize Dana, before you criticize the UFC, before you have something to say, what are you doing about it? Because the audience that gets the most out of this, that wants knockouts.
Yeah, because to your point, if the audience wanted grappling, and if they care about fighters, they boo.
So all you guys,
the UFC is doing what you're asking for, and then you're getting mad.
You're all me
guilty.
Too.
But again, I don't. There's no solution to this. There's no solution.
Maybe it's a crowdfunding thing.
No. Hold on. There's no solution.
Yeah.
It's the fight game.
It's the game.
And also, I'm coming from a different perspective where I'm okay, man. So far, I'm okay. I have a career, doing other things. So I have a different perspective where I go, part of the game. Now you talk to another guy who's probably not doing well. He's like, no, hold on, dude. It's not part of the game. I didn't sign up. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. So there's that side, and then there's my side, right? So each case is individual.
Have you ever talked to a lot of football players that played forever and they're older now and they're fine? Like Kimbo Camper and stuff. I know CT is a real thing in the NFL. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not. But I'm saying that there are also a lot of guys.
The majority are fine.
Nobody talks about this, but the majority are. So my dad was saying, I think in about 20 years, football will no longer be. And I'm like, you're crazy. You're crazy.
I disagree.
First of all, again, the juice is worth the squeeze. First of all, football is an amazing sport. It is part of the game. Well, everybody plays with an injury, but you don't outlaw it.
No. Let people make the juice is worth the stay. Of course, it's never been bigger. But then also, like I got into it with this mom the other day. She's like, her son's really gifted in athletics. She's like, I just don't know about tackle. We talked to our general doctor, and he said it's probably not healthy. I went, yeah. How many years your general doctor play football? She goes, he's never played. I go, of course he says that. Of course he says that.
Yep.
I know a ton of people that played football since they were 6, like me, and they're fine.
Who would you be without football and stepping in that octagon without those years? Really?
Probably be white guy for Kamala Harris.
You worry about your fucking head all the time. I know you do.
Yeah.
I know the forefront of your brain is when you see Shane. The truth is, in your heart, you're like, that could be me someday. I know you feel that way.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think you would trade that for a million years. It is because when you walk in the room, and everybody else knows that you put yourself in the fucking belly of the beast, And you lost and you won.
Yeah.
And very few people do that. And there's a pride to that. And there's an identity that comes with that. And there's a benefit that
the
comes
reason
with
we
that.
look up to them.
And there's an understanding about life that you can share with your kids that you wouldn't have had
Yep.
otherwise. There are
100%.
1,000 benefits that outweigh or at least match the damage you take.
Yeah, it's very difficult. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
It's just a difficult conversation.
Let's take a little break here, guys.
Can we take a break?
Yeah.
God, I'm so itchy, man. I wish I had some true classic
Oh, well,
on.
unless you gotta get
oh,
some
you
True
do?
Classic. Yeah.
You look good today,
Guys,
pal.
listen, actually, I'm not wearing anything True Classic today.
That hoodie's not?
No, let's start again.
You piece of shit.
That's all right.
You're ignorant.
Guys, if you know me, if you know Brennan, if you see me on stage this weekend in Calgary, I will be in True Classic. I
Oh,
will
why?
be
Because
wearing
they have the
something.
best-selling T-shirts, hoodies, jeans, and more that come in 3, 6, and 9
And
packs.
it's at affordable prices. It's amazing.
Premium products. They have
Yep.
the perfect fit, snug in the arms and the chest,
Long
with just a
sleeve
little
Henleys.
room for the midsection for you boys out there.
Long sleeve Henleys, waffle hoodies, jeans, button ups, joggers. All right, you can mix and match.
All I
They
work
have your
out is in their
entire-
joggers.
Yeah,
That's
they have your entire wardrobe, and you can look great. Go to trueclassic.com/fighter. That's trueclassic.com/fighter. Shop now, elevate your wardrobe, and look, well,
The best.
The best.
True Classic.
The
The,
best.
absolute best.
Smart and sporty.
It's very
My
difficult.
mother, when I was trying to be an actor, this is not a great comparison because you don't take damage, but she was like, "You want to be an actor?" She goes, "Do you know how many people make it? Do you know that you could be literally a waiter the rest of your life? Do
Yeah.
you know that you could fail and be a small?"
I always tell
And
my
I was like,
kids-
it's worth the fucking.
I always tell my kids I don't believe in odds.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't believe in that.
I don't either. I believe that if you set your mind to something, you can get it done.
The only odds that matter is the
Never-
lottery
Yeah.
because you have no control over it.
But I
if it's,
believe- I
if
believe
it's
in
in
setting
your
your mind to
control, if it's
something.
in your control, tell my kids odds don't matter. But Dad, they say baseball 1 in 6 million. Don't care.
I don't give a
You're
fuck.
not one of those 6 million.
Thank you.
You're different.
That's right. And you're different by saying you're different sometimes and just showing up every day.
Yeah, if you
How
have,
many
well, if
people
you have
do
that mentality, oh man, only 1 in 6 million. Now, what the fuck you doing?
If that's what you're thinking about and you're not thinking about, the other things, then okay. Yeah, I agree 100%. So, yeah, man. Yeah, I wonder if it'd be worth setting up a GoFundMe for Shane and having the fans put some money in.
I mean, I don't know what
Give
the
it
answer
give
is.
$1.
I don't know what the answer is.
I would do it.
Like, does that help? Usually, like, if
Yeah, I
and
know.
I heard he's doing better, but it's like, does that solve the problem? No, you're putting a Band-Aid over.
I don't mean to change the subject, but I'll tell you what I do for my brain.
Magic Mind.
Well,
Dude, should the UFC just give fighters Magic Mind?
I mean, if you want to cure some issues,
Not CTE though, right?
Not
Can we make
CTE.
that claim? I don't think so.
but this is a mental performance shot. I'll tell you that much. If I want to get into a sense of flow, I mean,
Dude, I'll tell you right. You know what I do? If you know what I do right now?
Yeah.
If I'm worried about CT and I'm worried about all this stuff,
Yeah.
I go to transcendcompany.com/Brennan Schaub. I get on TRT,
Yeah.
peptides,
Yeah.
and then for the old noggin, which they
get
have
you want some
peptides for.
nootropic benefits.
Yep. Yeah,
You
I
go
take
to
those
what?
peptides, and then I also go to magicmind.com. And I take
right.
both of those, dude.
Get some mental
you will
clarity.
solve cancer.
Decrease some stress.
Yes.
Feel present. Get you in a flow state. Takes away distractions.
I see. I wish Bryan took that before we start talking fighting because he thought Mac Polly was fighting this weekend, and he thought Donald Cerrone was fighting middleweight
and I've
division.
been forgetting stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Watch this.
Boom. Now you get your facts right.
Dude, I forgot Alexander Volkanovski's name. I couldn't even remember his name
Yeah.
yesterday. And I didn't it didn't come to me.
Oh wow,
I had to look it up.
it's tough.
That's an issue.
Yeah. You have CT.
Yeah. So, yeah. I've got some brain.
Would you let your kids, Sanaz and Chin, would you let them fight or play tackle football at a young age?
Go ahead, Snows.
That's a tough one.
It depends on how they're built.
Yeah.
If my kids were built like
Thank you,
Tiger, I
Brian,
would.
yeah.
My son's not built like that. My son's built like Bryan Callen.
I mean,
son's
having
built
worked
for
with
kicking.
athletes.
He's built for kicking, dude.
Well, remember your son's built for dancing, you said.
My son's built for dance like
Dancing
me.
too.
Now, a guy like me should be dancing. A guy like me should not be running into other Samoans like that.
What would you do, Sanaz? Let's say you found a man and he was a big dude, and your
Yeah.
kid came out and he was, thicky.
Yeah.
You'd let him play?
Yeah. If he had the body for it. And if he really wanted it. I mean, I've worked with athletes so long. I've seen CTE. I've read the Practice Like Pros initiative. I see all of that. Okay. I do think at a younger age, let him tackle, but update the pads, update the helmets. Do
Yeah.
something.
It's different now too. Like there's a lot of regulations in play
Right.
where they're not hitting like I used to.
I had a really interesting experience. I thought about you, about how there are levels physically in men. And
Okay.
no, there's a guy I did some rolling with, and he's a black belt, and he's so strong to me, and he's so fucking tough. And then a guy we talked about who was a fighter squashes him like a bug, which I can't even believe.
Yeah.
But that guy's about his size.
Yeah.
But I was like, he does?
Yeah, there's
Because you
levels.
squash me so hard and you feel so strong that guy does that, like crushes
Yeah.
you. And then I remember that my friend Brennan Schaub squashed that guy. And then I said to my buddy, the guy, I go, I saw Schaub absolutely murder him, like tap him like every 20 seconds. And he goes, what? I go, yeah. He goes, are you serious? I go, no, I saw it with my own eyes.
You were in the room.
And he goes, that dude is, and I go, no, he's 270, dude. And there's a huge difference. But when you're skilled, and that's funny because if you look at guys who are super strong, or people talk about Conor McGregor, I don't think, as good as Conor McGregor is, I don't think people realize what would happen to Conor if he tried to roll with you.
Be tough. Yeah.
Not tough.
Yeah, it'd be tough.
No, it'd not be tough. It'd be a murder. And it's awkward for you, but it's so interesting to me because I know really tough guys who feel really big and strong to me. And then I always forget. It's like, oh yeah,
Your
but
boy.
yeah, your boy, my boy,
Your boy.
my boy at 270 or whatever, and especially now on
240
TRT.
now, yeah.
Are you 240?
Yeah.
250, but like they forget. They forget. I forget.
Because I bullshit all the time.
You bullshit all the time and you're super sweet, but it'd be a murder.
Yeah.
It'd be a fucking, and I know current fighters now who don't want that smoke because if you get a hold of them, it's going to be a very bad situation for their necky poos.
Yeah.
Because you're going for I think you're going for their necky poos if you
yeah.
have to, right?
Snap down.
There's going to be some cranking going on.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to pull that card out.
You got it. I pulled it out.
Yeah, good.
I pulled it out because the guy was waxing poetic on the guy, and I didn't want to say anything. And I go, I got to mention something.
Oh yeah, real quick,
I got to
everybody.
mention something. I know somebody who put a dress on that guy in a wig.
Well, yeah, I had this. I'm not even a debate arguing with this guy in my DMs about off-roading. And he kept like, just poking the bear. And I was like, man, you keep saying dumbass, dude. You say, I'll see you at the race. If you feel the same energy, let me know, dude. We can figure it out.
Because I'm going to grab you.
This?
And all of a sudden, I'm going to get all bam bam on you.
Yeah, please don't.
I'm going to get, all of a sudden, you're going to go, oh no.
Yeah.
It's just you're an actual real heavyweight. You're a big boy.
Through and through.
You couldn't get down to 205.
I tried. 226.
I was with Anthony Smith and I'm looking at Anthony. I go, dude, you're in such good shape. And I go, what do you weigh? And he goes, about 235. I go, there's not a lot for you to get down to 205. It's got to be very hard. He goes, it is, dude, because I'm 235 and I'm fucking like he's just couldn't be. And you couldn't get down to 205. It would be an impossibility.
I would die.
You would die.
I'd be shaking.
I remember you trying. You were playing with the idea.
And that was like.
And you had to eat. You had to eat a piece of cheese because you were about to faint.
I ate lettuce, and then I literally did jiu-jitsu 6 hours a day.
Yeah.
I get down 226.
And it just didn't work.
Miserable.
You're like, I can't do it. I can't do it. You were shaking.
Not cool.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's interesting to walk around like that.
No.
Yeah. To the guys that I look at it who are, just absolutely very, very strong. they're no. Yeah. Gotta wrap them up a little bit.
Just change
Grappling,
subject.
especially for you.
Yeah, grappling.
Who did you have trouble with grappling? Like there were guys, because I know you rolled with some. I know you did some. You had
like
some,
with
you
Henner
had some
Huron.
heavyweight. Those guys.
Yeah,
those guys
different
are a
animal.
nightmare. But I know you had. I know you gave certain gold medalists in
Yes.
the Olympics who were judo guys. I know you gave them the what for.
The what for?
And they were heavyweights. You gave them the what for.
The what for.
I know for a fact you've given Olympic alternates who were big.
Broke them, yeah.
I know that you gave
Broke
them the what for.
Broke them where their wives told me to take it easy on them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know you've done some of that. I know you've done some snap down cranky cranks where they were like, fuck, and they were out
Wait,
for a
what's your
long
question,
time.
dude? This is not.
Have you had any? Who gave you the what for? Who gave you wrestling wise? Took you down, beat you up.
Carwin was tough.
Oh yeah, Carwin.
Carwin was tough. Bobby Lashley was tough.
Carwin was tough in the beginning because you hadn't gone down the jiu-jitsu rabbit hole.
Yep, and then we separated for a little while, and then we got back together, and he shot in. I tapped him out.
Yeah, because you fell in love with jiu-jitsu.
Loved it. Yeah, still.
And
do.
your arms are. You don't have T-Rex arms. You got some long arms. You got some anacondas on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're made for choking.
Made for choking.
I have like this weird dent in my forearm that's like perfect for Darce chokes.
Yeah, you got that Darce.
Like
that Darce is awful.
God went, let's give him the Darce.
Yeah, the old Darce is awful.
Not so much brain. Give him the Darce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Darce.
And, hold on. Darce and Big Black Dick.
Yeah. No.
Not
giving you that.
just Darce.
I can't give you that. I'm giving you a lot of love for your cranking.
I appreciate
and your
it.
jiu-jitsu, but that's it.
Dude, how about I put on, what's his name? I forget the character's name off Monsters Inc.
Randall.
I put on a Randall costume this morning.
Yeah.
I went to the gym at 5 a.m. and I rushed back to wake the kids up as Randall.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be all exciting for him. Basti was scared shitless. It did not go according to plan. And Joanna took a picture because I was like, watch this. And when I went in there, Basti's like, oh my God. Because it's a big purple lizard with a hat
Oh my
on.
God.
He's like, oh my God. I'm like, no, it's Dad. It's Randall. And Tiger's like, okay. I'm like, hey, man. Everyone be fucking cool.
My 2.5-year-old doesn't like when I wear my wife beater, like my tank top.
Yeah, no one does. Yeah.
He's like, I don't like that shirt.
Yeah,
it's like a dog that's been abused by somebody who smokes, and then you come in with a cigarette and they growl. My son's like, I don't like that.
Like
Take that off. I was like, what the fuck is with this?
Doesn't like it.
Yeah, he just doesn't like
This
it.
Randall outfit's lit, man. I thought it'd surprise him. I rushed back. I'm all sweaty. I do it. They were not
You'll scare the shit out of kids.
Oh, it was a disaster.
Yeah.
It's not the way they want to start off their Wednesday morning.
No.
I thought it'd be fun.
No.
Randall, dude. Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
But I'm 6'4". I'm enormous. And then you put the suit on, I'm even bigger.
You're enormous.
Oh, my baby was like, holy shit, there's a giant lizard robbing our house. It's in my story. Look at Basti's face.
Also, why do you have black paint on your hands?
That's what you came in as?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's scary.
Look at Basti there. Trying to be cool for the picture his mom took, but
a
not
little
thrilled. Not
Well,
thrilled.
that's a little scary. Yeah. Because they're like, that guy's coming in to eat us.
That's T. I was trying to calm him down, but I was like, it's Dad, man.
Why? He got scared too?
All of them. It's everybody. Joanna was scared. It was a disaster. I also came in the house at 5 a.m. dressed as a lizard, from the gym. It was a disaster. But I have paint all over my hands because I'm doing my garage. Look at I look like a legit fucking robber.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, everyone was terrified. It was a disaster.
And Tiger's actually scared here.
Oh, dude, he was. It's me calming him down. I'm like, no, dude, it's all good. It's your dad. It's Randall.
Yeah, he's bedridden.
I went Monster Inc. and I don't know how to do his voice either. So it was a disaster.
Oh my God.
I kept going, hey, everybody.
That's so funny.
Oh, disaster. Give Tiger a year, he'll probably beat me up. He's so big.
Tiger?
Look at him, so big.
Yeah, he weighs about as much as I do.
Yeah, 102 pounds now, 103 pounds.
What?
At 8.
At 8.
Dude, his ass and legs, he got it from his mama. They're fucking. That's where all his power comes from. Baseball. He's John Kruk. He's gonna have to. He's Big Papi. Need to put him on keto, but
No, he's
and Basti. I got to give him bunk beds for his birthday. They can't share a bed because he's so big. His mom was out of town. I let him sleep with me. I'm like, well, I had to leave. I'm like, hey, dude, it'd be you and me sharing a bed. He's starfishing. He's big legs. I'm like, no, dude. We're both
huge.
run hot.
He's huge. Well, I'm so used to grabbing my son and my kids. I grab him and I'm like, I got my hands full.
Yeah.
Got the old hands full.
Heavy.
Let me tickle him. He was like, ah. He like throws his elbow. I'm like, what the fuck?
We were at this birthday party. They're all in the pool, and I just look over and there's like 7 kids just on him. He's just going like this with the ball, walking through the water. I'm like, okay,
giant, just
I'm like, all right, we got the meathead.
Yeah, it was so funny. My son was there was a kid in our neighborhood who was like this, who was built like a tank, and just never got cold, rough as shit, and just stronger than everybody, back muscles. And my son would be sitting there just like he'd been in the pool for a little too long, shaking just like his dad, and with his long neck and stuff. And this kid just fucking water. Come on, let's go. Oh my God. Just hurting you by accident too.
Yeah, that's deep.
Just then started throwing the ball at people's faces like at 100 miles an hour.
He hurts his brother all the time. Like, hey, hey, Lenny, can you chill out on the 4-year-old?
Yeah. Hey, Lenny.
Like they were playing football. They played tackle football in the backyard. And Bossy's like, T right here. And fucking, hey, Joe Montana, can you?
Yeah,
he's 4.
Boston's.
Right?
Yeah, but Boston's going to be his own
Monster.
be
But
a
like T.
Who's bigger? Is Boston going to be bigger?
No,
Who knows?
T.
T's just
Although Bossy's foot's the same size as T's now. His foot's fucking like this, so we'll see.
you got some couple thickies.
Yeah. Well, when T hit his first home run, I looked at Joe and I went, we got one. I just walked over to her and I went, we got one. Because I don't sit with the team.
You're a baseball dad.
Oh, dude, nothing better. His
Kevin
tournament
Bay
this weekend.
Kevin Bay's always like, Brennan's turning into a major baseball
Yeah,
dad.
yeah. I love Kevin.
He's the
he sent
best.
me bats for the kids.
Kevin's
He's
great.
the best. Absolute
Kevin's
best.
great, man. Kevin's
He's
got
one of
his
those guys that he never calls you for anything. He's just always
he's
offering help.
great guy.
He's the best.
Kevin's got a great baseball like program.
Big time.
in
Yeah, I'd
Arizona.
love to take Tiger
He's
down
got
there.
huge people too. Like,
Oh, yeah, big boys.
One of his guys right now is playing for the Yankees.
Oh, yeah. Anytime the team's in town, he's like, you want tickets? 2 of my guys are on the team.
Yeah.
Oh, Chin, remember how you were telling me about stories about pit
Kevin
bulls
Bay.
attacking kids and stuff?
Yep.
Someone was like, hey, Chin's not wrong. He goes, I've owned pit bulls. He goes, Chin's not wrong. He sends me this article from like a few weeks ago, this 4-year-old. That was
Yeah, I
the
know
exception.
that
Pit bulls are
story.
great. This 4-year-old, yeah, the pit bull, since a puppy, been with a girl. She's a 4-year-old girl, was in the pool. Parents went to go get a towel, and the pit bull bit her in the armpit, killed her.
Oh God, Jesus Christ.
They're like, hey, you might want to chill out. But they were also saying, this guy's a breeder. He's like, Callen's 100% right. Like, I get why you want to miss the whole puppy phase. He's like, you got to be careful if they didn't come up around puppies. He's like, they're going to be fine for a while. He's like, you just never know, because when they're puppies, they can establish the pecking order.
Yes,
but when you just input them in
Yes.
and they're that strong, he goes,
Yeah.
I just don't feel comfortable with it.
I'm the same way. I've been telling you
I
that.
slept on it. I know. I slept on it.
And I think what he's a breeder, and what he's saying is there's this
It has
thing.
to be a puppy, he said.
Well, I just you're always like
He goes,
a
it was-
6-month-old is fine. Like if it's 6 months,
if they're
I don't
young
mind.
enough. But he was saying, he goes, if it wasn't a bully breed, to Chin's point, he's like, if it was like a lab or something, yeah, you should be fine. He goes,
Yeah.
but I know you like bully breeds and tough dogs. If you're gonna do that, it has to be a puppy.
Yeah.
Let the kids grow up with the dog,
Yeah.
and they're gonna have fun with it.
Yeah.
He's like, it has to do that. He goes, otherwise, you bring in this fucking psychopath off
Yeah.
the street.
Yeah.
He's like, he goes, shit happens. He goes,
Shit
and he
happens.
goes, and it might be fine for 4 or 5 years, but when it does happen, it happens, dude.
Yeah.
I said, you right, dog?
Yeah, I think his
I'm saying, if I'm gonna do it, I gotta bite the bullet and get a puppy.
we'll get a 4-month-old, 5-month-old, 6-month-old, so that you already know, but it's still a puppy. It's
Or you get a 14-month-old. I mean, 14-year-old who's on its last leg.
yeah, just an old. Yeah, can barely walk.
Yeah. Kids are like, this dog
both my
sucks.
sister's dogs are that way. Both my sister's dogs. One's a bull mastiff. He's got the worst arthritis. They gave him a bunch of cortisone shots because he's done, but he can barely walk. He's literally a cripple. And then she's got a 15-year-old blind pit bull. And
It's a disaster.
she's just
So many people have reached out, which shout out to everybody trying to help out with the dog. This guy reached out from the UK. He goes, dude, check it out, mate. I'm going to breed it. You can have one of the first puppies. It's the biggest dog in the world. It's 188 pounds, bull mastiff. This thing's so big. I'm like, no, that's not.
First of all, they live about
8
10,
years?
15 minutes. Yeah,
Yeah.
about 8 years. And then they have so many problems.
But there's micro bullies. There's mini bullies. Like, there's so many cool
lot of
dogs I haven't even heard of.
Yeah.
Dope.
Our boy
shit.
AG, right? AG Gregor,
I
who
love
owns
AG.
Toehold. AG's breeding ball pythons. Dude,
I'll give my kid one of those.
bro, he's got, I used to have ball pythons, but they have so many different colors now. And it's just unbelievable. Like, they're the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life.
But you don't want one.
No.
The fuck you can do with it? Sorry,
Don't
AG.
get your kid a pet snake.
No,
I
never.
might want one.
Get out of
Tiger
here.
got bit by a snake at the pet store.
Yeah.
The guy's like, Tiger's like, can I pet? The guy's like, yeah, sure. Tiger goes, oh shit.
My friend got bit by a tarantula right in front of me, stung by one. Or, no, I guess bit. It got bit.
yeah.
It hurt. It's like a bee sting, she said. I was like, Jesus.
But they don't do venom.
Ugh.
Well, it just depends.
It was a giant, hairy
Yeah, I
tarantula.
know. You don't worry about the hairs.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah. All
I
right, what do
don't
you got,
like
Chin?
that shit. Oh, that scares me.
So, Chin, you were right about the dog, buddy.
No. So my point about the pit bull is
Better
like,
to be safe.
yes, that's it.
It's better
and
to
I
be
even said,
incredibly safe.
Oh,
I literally said,
And even if I wanted to get Joanna, ain't having it.
Okay.
She fucking, someone sent her that story, I'm fucked.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like,
All right.
fuck.
All right.
but I said on the last episode, I'm like, I've never been bit by a pit bull.
Never.
I've been bit by a German
every other
Shepherd.
dog.
Yeah, other dogs.
Shepherds will bite.
But I'm saying if a pit bull bites me, that's enough for me to be like, if I have kids and I know your kids are kind of squeamish around dogs sometimes.
Yeah, Boston
just
especially.
don't risk it. People think I hate pit bulls. Like, no, I've never been. They're lovely
You
to
could
me.
get they'd be the best dog. Pit bull's the best dog in the world to me. But any bully breed's the best dog in the world. If you get it as a puppy and it comes up around the kids, dude, you are. No one will touch those kids. Whether it's King Corsos, the puppies, and they grow up with them, the family, the loyalty, the protection, the love. It's nothing better.
You know what dogs are like that are the Anatolian Shepherds. Those dogs, those mountain
Anatolian Shepherds?
But they shed, right?
Yeah, I mean, bring it up. But that
See,
those
I got a checklist, dude. They can't shed everywhere.
No,
that's why I like
you
bully
can't have
breeds.
one. They're giant. But
That's why
those dogs.
See, I like giants.
See that dog? See that dog?
Oh, he's cool.
No one. Take a look. The one all the way. Go to the right. That thing right there. No one is going near.
That's
a kid.
bossy. That kid's scary.
No one's going near a kid. And I would trust those dogs if you've grown up with them.
You don't
I
look like he
trust the
sheds
shit
too
out of them.
much.
Those are amazing dogs. You have to get the right one from the right breeder, but they're amazing.
Yeah, these people.
they're also
from
protective as
Utah.
fuck.
Hit me up from NorCal. Like so many micro bullies,
thing.
all
Look at that
sorts
thing.
of shit.
Yeah, it's a horse.
Big old dick on him.
You know what I just thought of right now?
What?
Those two guys, the Las Vegas
Siegfried and Roy?
Siegfried and Roy.
With the lion
They
or the tiger?
they raise them as like little, cubs and this and
Yeah,
that.
tiger's gonna tiger though.
What I'm saying, exactly. So someone even said that, or someone like researched it and said that he was trying to save him from something, but his grip was.
What happened was he apparently fell in front of it.
Yeah.
And when you fall in front of a tiger,
So the instincts kick in.
The mistake I guess he made was
Being
not
gay.
letting the tiger take him somewhere. But here's the problem: when a tiger bites you in the back of your neck, that area you're not living
soft.
from that.
Yeah.
That's
But he
tiger.
survived. Yeah.
So there we go.
That's
Pros and
a tiger.
cons.
And he
That's it.
survived.
Pros and cons.
But I
Never
think
the
if I
same.
got a puppy, again, it's so much work on me. I just got to figure out what the time management of it. But if I'm gonna do it, it has to be a puppy.
Has to be a puppy.
I don't have a kid. I don't even have a kid, so I don't know the love you have for your kids. I'm sure it's the most love that you've ever felt in your life. But just imagining me having a kid, and even if I have a little pit bull as a baby, I'm not doing that.
Not even a bit.
No.
Oh, I disagree.
I would have a friendlier dog in the beginning, so he understands how to treat a dog.
Oh, I see what you're
I've
saying.
had
Jim.
pits my whole life.
Me
so
too.
I'm a
And
fan.
how were they, Brian?
Great.
There was no issues at all.
Zero
No,
issues.
never,
Zero.
never.
But as long as they're a puppy. Now, you get a
Shitty
rescue.
watchdogs, but-
You get a rescue. You don't know the trauma they've been through.
Yeah.
Certain things might trigger them, and maybe it doesn't happen the first year or the fifth year. But when it does, you got problems.
Yeah. So, Brian, you had an issue with a dog before, though. I remember this.
I had a rescue dog that was a problem dog when I rescued him.
What kind of
Little
dog?
Little mix, like a corgi mix. But he was so awesome.
Corgi?
Corgi
he
is
was the
hilarious.
best. He was the best. But he was a problem dog. Like he would bite people all the time.
Yeah.
But he'd be like he just had a lot of self-respect. And if you gave him shit,
You don't want that, though.
Yeah, but he
You
was a
don't- you
little
don't want
guy,
that
and he was the
liability.
best dog.
Those dogs are awesome.
Then he tried to
I'd
buy a
love one
kid.
of those.
What about like a shepherd, like an Australian shepherd? They have a lot of energy.
I grew up
Well,
with them.
my
I grew up
favorite
with an
dog.
Australian Shepherd too. My dad
bring
has
up
two
the,
of them.
Bring up this dog.
I like bully dogs.
Bring up Australian Shepherd.
Nah, those are stupid.
No, I mean sorry. Bring up Australian cattle dog. That's the best dog
oh
you can
yeah,
buy.
these are good.
That's the best dog. That's the smartest fucking dog on the planet. I mean, and they'll protect your house, like you don't even know. I mean, you get a good male, but they need a job.
I like
They're
his
like
ear.
blue healers.
I
right?
like his
Isn't that
ears.
another
They are
term?
basically like pit bulls, but shepherds.
Hey, type in micro bully.
You ever seen those dogs, bub?
Yeah, they're cool.
Smart
I like
as
their
shit.
eyes.
Oh my
I like
God.
when they're one
They're
color,
amazing.
two different colors.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
but you know,
Dude, this is
these
Come
dogs
on.
have so many genetic issues.
Yeah, they do.
They're bred. They
Oh my
make
God,
the
that's
runts
hilarious. That's
mate,
AI.
and that's how you get them.
See that teacup micro bully?
So funny, dude.
but look at its arms; they have issues.
Yeah, they have a lot of problems. Not a good dog to have.
Yeah, we don't want problems.
No, you don't want that dog.
But
I'll
that right
figure
there
it
is
out.
like adorable as hell.
We got it. Yeah.
Cute though.
He's cute, right?
Yeah.
It's like a pit bull and a bulldog.
Man, I like that Australian cattle dog. That's my favorite dog. I want a male.
See, I like mastiffs. I like
Yeah, I know.
I like
See
all that shit.
Look at that. You know how strong they are? They're so strong. They can do everything. They can do everything. Badass little fuckers.
I
Man.
tell you what, you can borrow Ichabod for a weekend.
He's too small.
I worry about Ichabod because he's so small that if I stepped in a certain
Yeah,
direction,
Boss would like step on his leg
then
and break it.
but if I stepped on him, he would die. Most
He's
likely.
too quick. You guys can't step on him.
You'd
Or
be
Barnabas.
surprised.
Don't worry. You borrow them.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It'd be great.
What do you got, Jim?
Dogs.
Let's just go with Sanaz's. Hold on.
Dog right now.
Buy it.
Yeah, that's me.
You
So
train
this
it and
just
shit?
got released, guys. Mike Perry got arrested for an apparent DUI, and he was using some slurs.
This is the most Mike Perry headline ever.
I was going to say, yeah, he was calling the cops.
Cops gay slurs.
What? What? The guy who uses the N-word freely?
No, not anymore.
No.
Is there? There it is.
But he uses it not in a prejudice way.
Get your license registration. You know the speed limit through there? 50? Okay, when you come off of 50 on the Citrus Tower, it's 30. You know how fast you were doing? Yeah, so that little stretch till you get the hooks is 30. I'm not trying to argue with you about it, but you're telling me you didn't
So
understand.
it's 6 minutes long.
Right?
You want to just get to the
Do you know where it's at?
meat and bones of it?
Do you hear me?
Mike's not answering.
Something going on?
We can just read where he says it.
Yeah, he basically says they're effing mad, F this, F blank, couple of blanks.
He was drunk. Listen, Mike Perry is Mike
You
Perry.
can do no wrong in my book. The kids weren't in the car, right?
Yeah.
No, I think it's just his girlfriend, but he did refuse to do the field sobriety test.
Yeah, that's smart. What did he call him though? I didn't see it.
The F word,
watch
but
it.
for gay, derogatory F word.
Yeah.
You
But
see right here?
They know exactly who I am. They're effing mad. F these
F these.
maggots.
Maggots,
Couple of
yeah.
maggots.
yeah, I mean,
He was drunk. Not the way he talks.
I give Mike Perry a pass. I think Mike Perry is
I love
not
Mike.
he's not a bad guy.
He's all right. Go easy on him.
Not a bad guy. He's just
Oh, the guy who's the face of bare knuckle boxing uses the F word. Oh my God.
he's just a little.
What else you
Mike's
got?
a little salty when he gets drunk. You know, the bigger offense is probably like getting in the car and drunk, and you can't do that. And glad he got stopped, and he's not
His
hurting
wife's
anybody or
there too. I'm
himself.
surprised she didn't drive. She might have been more white girl wasted.
She was vouching for him.
It says
said.
vouching here. Yeah.
Vouching. No, he's fine, officer. Okay. Well, we can't.
Fine,
What
stand
else
by
you
your
got?
man. This is a tough
Well,
one.
after a 6-year, I think it was hiatus, guys, the Victoria's Secret fashion show came back last night. Did you
Fat.
watch?
Yeah.
Is it still
Yes.
fatties?
Well, I'm going to let Chin show you.
Oh, this is
I'm
good.
not, you know.
because they had the best looking women in
Hold
the
on,
world.
is it in
Some
your-
of
Oh, they used to have the angels.
the best of all time. To be a Victoria's Secret model, you had to be.
Not anymore though. Like
Yeah.
Sports Illustrated or Victoria's Secret, it's now.
I know, yeah, I know, because there's no such thing as beauty. Let's not conform to toxic beauty standards.
but they're selling
Okay.
so much more magazines, right?
Okay, yeah. Listen to me right now.
Can we
guys.
take a break, Brian? Because, dude, you're ignorant about your wiener, dude.
Yeah.
You're taking those gas station pills. You're taking prescription pills. You got all those side effects. You're
Right.
ignorant about your wiener health. You want that thing firm. You want it
but
healthy.
you want-
it backed by science. You want it all
You want it
natural.
backed by
I'm
science.
talking about joy mode, you ignorant.
That's right. And you want clinically supported doses of arginine, nitrate, L-citrulline, Panax ginseng, vitamin C. All of these things created by best-in-class scientists with biochemistry PhDs.
You know what
And
you
the
want?
reason-
You want a pre-workout for the
your-
sex game,
for
dude.
your sex game. You can buy products, and a lot of times the proprietary blend doesn't have enough of a dose to actually have an effect, and that's where joy mode basically
Jesus.
is a different thing. They actually have stuff that that helps with blood
Actually
vessel
works.
and endothelial
All you
tissue
gotta do
health.
is tear open the packet, mix with 6 to 8 ounces of water, either 45 minutes or 5 hours prior to the sex thing,
Yep.
and you're ready to go. So go to tryjoymode.com/fighter. Enter fighter at checkout for 20% off your first order. That's tryjoymode.com/fighter for 20% off. Backed by science, all natural. Your wiener will thank you, and so will your girl.
Later. Kate Moss, looking good.
How old is she now?
Still got it. My age? I don't know. Saw her in LA. She's taller. She's tall. Saw her in Venice, and I was like, "Damn, you're a tall woman."
She's still doing it, looking like a
She's
dusty
still-
angel.
still-
a little bit,
yeah,
little
still
dusty
doing it.
angel.
Still doing the damn thing.
I'd like to see some. of the
Any more
others.
pictures?
Gone down. Yeah. Gigi Hadid came back, Cher
on.
performed.
Hey, can you
and
slow
Whoa,
down, dude.
Chin.
Well, she wants me to go here.
No, I want you to keep going down.
Gigi's cool.
Further than this?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Who's
Keep
that?
going.
Oh no, she's cool. She's the plus size model, but she's banging.
Yeah.
right. Keep
So
going.
see what I mean? Like,
But also not Victoria's Secret worthy.
No, keep
so
going.
that's the big debate, right?
It's not a
not
debate.
a debate.
Yeah, no.
That's
This is
it.
no
You
debate.
ain't.
No. This is 2 on 24. We
Yeah.
have eyes. That's not a debate. She shouldn't be up there. Now, is she attractive? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Is she Victoria's Secret
attractive?
angel attractive? Absolutely not. There's a criteria. You don't meet, doesn't mean you're not an attractive lady.
Yeah.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings. Just like if you put me in a lineup, I'm not Mr. Olympia. I shouldn't fucking be up there.
Yeah.
I don't have what it takes to be up there. She doesn't have what it takes to be up there.
Yep.
She's cool. She's hot. You ain't Victoria's? Back in the day, Victoria's Secret? What?
No.
You know, my thought with that is like things were different back in the day, right? Like,
Things were better.
Things were different. You're okay. Well, they
No,
were different.
things were
There
more
certain,
honest.
Yeah, there were certain standards that things upheld to. Now we've changed that. I understand that, but let's not
We're
villainize.
pretending. We're pretending to.
Yeah, I just don't believe in villainizing the people that were running by the standards at the time. Like, you know, like getting rid of this show. Like, are you guys kidding me? My grandmother loves the Victoria's Secret fashion show.
But also, the reason why Victoria's Secret used to be such a fancy title is because you were the top 10 most beautiful women in the world. Now, it doesn't mean much.
Right. And if you take away the competition, see, the one thing I love about sports is they haven't gotten to that yet. There's still the best team wins. You know, oh, you're real popular. Oh, you got a big agent. You signed a huge contract. We don't care.
Yo, Tony went 0 for 4.
You got intercepted.
We don't care.
Yeah.
They want the Dodgers Yankees to win. That'd be great. Biggest ratings ever.
Yeah.
It might be the Mets versus the fucking Guardians, which would eat all the cock.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers. You know, it's like amazing career, but
Doesn't
football
matter.
doesn't care. Football's like, hey, you know, if you're not perfect, you know, we're moving on.
What else you got, Jen?
I found this about you. It was on Sports Illustrated. We talked about this earlier, but they did an article on a Schaub show the other day.
About the CT stuff?
Yeah, and they were just, you know, saying they kind of agree with you, and it was kind of cool to see that.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Good for you, buddy.
you know, thought that was
Yeah.
kind of cool.
That was your friend, man.
Yeah, it's a tough.
That is
one.
your friend.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's kind of sad. MMA legend passed away, 38. He also dated Demi Lovato. I know a lot of people know that.
That's how I know him. That's
Yeah.
kind of,
You say legend, I was like,
I mean,
he's amazing, but he's not a legend.
Yeah.
again, you're Victoria's Secret in this thing.
Oh, okay.
That's like saying she's a Victoria's Secret model. He's not a legend. Rest in peace, though.
okay.
What happened?
And the cause of death is unknown.
Yeah. Usually
His last post was in front of a Gracie gym. So
yeah.
That's terrible.
yeah.
Probably had some problems.
Yeah. So that one we don't know about.
Damn, he posted a photo of his jiu-jitsu studio less than 24 hours ago. Keep going down. He has Demi Lovato. I'm
That's how I
pretty
remember
sure I
too.
trained with him.
Did you?
Yeah. At Rain or
Big
at
boy.
Gracie. She's short, man.
What's Demi Lovato up to?
Being awesome.
I hate her.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Remember how all the stuff that she's putting out? Like,
Oh, yeah.
she just wants attention.
She's
It's
a
just-
mess.
Yeah,
She
I
Like,
don't
have
like
an
her.
album come out, pronouns are they, them. You're like, God damn.
I don't
Yeah,
like
and
her.
then she went back to being like a she, her,
Yeah.
because it was
All that stuff.
too much to explain.
It should be like breaking an announcement. I have an album coming out. I like Dick again, and then sales go through the roof, right? You're like, God, just
She
fucking.
can sing,
She's
though.
so
She's an
talented.
amazing singer,
girl can
but she
Oh my
sing.
God,
sucks kind of
so
as a person.
talented. But yeah, also
Yeah,
you don't
she-
need to do that shit.
Yeah, she.
We'll give her a pass though.
When you can
She's a little
sing like
hardcore
that.
kid. That's why I like her. She likes like super heavy music.
Yeah, yeah.
You wouldn't believe it, but yeah.
She's what? What do you mean?
She likes like hardcore music,
Yeah.
like Knock Loose and
She likes
Louboutin.
MMA.
Do you think?
and-
Do you think for a second that maybe she says she likes that stuff to get more attention?
No. She's done a video with Ice Nine.
All right.
She's into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough to know what she's into because so much shit is fake. You know. She's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm a Dodgers fan now. Like, really? You know?
Shohei.
Yeah.
I got a conspiracy.
Otani's
theory
been
for
my
you guys.
favorite. You're like, really?
Right.
What's your conspiracy?
Go to this one. So Google Maps has discovered this mysterious little door in the middle of Antarctica on their maps.
You think that's where Santa lives?
I don't know. You tell me. You know, like if you scroll down, there it is. What is that?
Well, we do know that in Antarctica they do have military installations and things like that.
Yeah. Probably owned by the Chinese, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, but there is activity there.
Yeah.
But or
It's tough to live
or
there.
it's a place where when you explore Antarctica, they have caches of supplies that they keep in certain areas.
I don't know, B. That's
I don't think that's the,
Yeah, that's probably
but
not
it could also be a portal to the center of the earth.
There's that too.
And it could be where the Illuminati meets, or
Could be
it's
one of Judy's
just
freak
an
offs.
ice. It's an ice.
It's the
structure.
Iceland freak off.
Could be where Diddy has his freak offs.
Some people are saying it's an iceberg that became grounded and is now stuck.
Nonsense.
And melting.
It's a door. It's a door where the Illuminati meet.
It does look like a door.
Is this a
but
place where people can walk to, or is it too far off?
Antarctica's tough.
No, is it?
I don't
people,
think
can
This
people
is simply
get here, though?
ice flow around a solid subglacial obstacle
Says Google.
influenced by melting and refreezing of ice. But if you don't believe it, go there, spend the money, and
then-
tell me how
and
it
then
goes.
FaceTime us, let us know.
Yeah, let us know right there and see if there's a door.
Antarctica is pretty unforgiving.
Yeah.
So I watch a YouTube channel called Outdoor Boys. It's like a lawyer dad has kids. He always does outdoor stuff. And he would build literal shelters like this in the middle of nowhere
Yeah.
in Alaska.
So you think it's something
Probably
like that,
him.
Jen?
It's probably that guy.
But
What's his name?
That's why I asked Sanaz if this is like walking distance. If it's not walking, they
Got
give you
it.
helicopter
It's not
drops.
walking distance. It's Antarctica. So yeah.
I don't know, Brian. Do you know exactly where that's at?
Yeah, I do.
Do you? What is it?
That's on the pole, Bubba. That's
No,
there's
anywhere it's at is
the
in
Arctic, and then
Antarctica.
there's
So even at the
Antarctica.
borders of Antarctica,
It's
you can't-
tough. Yeah, it's like
the Arctic and Antarctica. So look it up on a map, on a global map, and you'll see.
Antarctica on a map.
Now,
Yeah,
is
it's
the
not- it's not
Antarctica?
where we
By
can
the way,
chill.
is Antarctica? Here's a trivia question: is Antarctica the South Pole or the North Pole?
south. Did you say
Anybody else?
which one did you say though?
Is Antarctica
Oh, you're saying where Santa lives.
or the Arctic?
You can reach Antarctica by foot,
I don't
so that's the
think this is
thing.
walking distance.
Yes, you can visit. Come on, Brian.
Yeah, and I didn't say you couldn't walk.
You said you
on-
couldn't reach it.
No, you can reach it, but you
It says you have to book airfare, departure, port. Won't even try to say it. Or
You guys
Buenos
do your
Aires in
thing.
Argentina, since most expeditions leave from there. You won't need a visa, but you need to get permission.
Look
So you
up
can reach
wildlife-
it by foot, is what I'm
Look
saying.
up wildlife on Antarctica.
Polar bears, penguins.
Okay.
Wildlife in our.
Glad you
It's
said
polar
that.
bears, penguins,
Okay. Or
nothing.
Watch this. Penguins.
Seals, whales,
A lot of penguins.
Yeah.
orcas. Are there no
but
or
do you
polar bears
notice-
are south?
But do you
South
notice?
Pole,
do you
right?
notice how there are no
Black bears?
polar bears?
Yeah, polar bears are only in the South Arctic, right?
They're in the Arctic. That's Antarctica. Bring up the difference
Are you
between
saying
the
Pam
Arctic.
or Pan?
Bring up the difference between Arctic and Antarctica.
It's a tough one, right?
It's just important to know.
It's super important. You know?
You know, these are things that we should all know.
Well, I got to regurgitate.
Why do
this.
we need to
oh.
know this, Brian?
I got to regurgitate this to my kids.
They're polar regions with many differences, right? The Arctic is an ocean basin surrounded by land, while Antarctica is a continent surrounded by ocean. Right?
So now that we know that, how does that help our lives
I'm
in the
sorry.
future?
Well,
Us
Chin,
in
you should
general.
know a
Us in
couple
general.
things about the world.
Yeah,
it's just-
I probably know way more stuff about other stuff than you do, and you know way more stuff about other stuff than I do.
But you have an aggressive block to anything
To
historical
geography.
or
Yeah.
geography.
No.
And that's not a good idea.
no, I memorized it, but then I filled in my brain with other stuff, and then it's
More
just
important
scooted
stuff.
out. Yeah,
Yeah. Temperatures in the Arctic can vary, all right, but it's not unusual for it to be over 50 degrees during the warmest month. That's news. In Antarctica, the temperature can easily drop below minus 67. The lowest temperature on Earth was recorded there, minus 128.
Oh.
Check, please. But those penguins bear down, don't
Yeah.
they? They huddle up.
Now, I believe they're on opposite sides of the globe.
They are. It's like this, right?
Yeah.
It's like this.
Yeah.
Santa lives
Yes.
here.
ant.
Yes.
and
Polar bears live here.
Yeah.
Santa doesn't get eaten by polar bears, so he's up here. That's how you remember it.
Yep.
Polar bears are down here.
Yep.
Then why do they show polar bears at the North Pole?
Because polar
They also
bears
show 'em
are
drinking
because
Coca-Cola.
polar bears are
They
in
love
the,
that.
because polar bears are in the Arctic.
Yes, Arctic.
And the Arctic would
And they
be the
look
North
similar.
Pole, and Antarctica is the South Pole. Make sure I'm right about that.
I think we all learned something here today.
Where's,
Sure, I'm right.
where's the North Pole?
The North Pole is the Arctic, and the Antarctic, and the South Pole is Antarctica. Watch this. Let's see if I'm right.
The Arctic and Antarctica are located in North and South poles.
Okay,
Located in northern hemisphere. The Arctic is center
Is
of
the
the
North
North
Pole. Okay.
So the Arctic has the
And
North
the
Pole where
Antarctica
Santa
is the
lives.
South Pole, as I said.
So
And it's
Santa,
important to
so
know that.
Santa lives in the Arctic.
Why is it important?
The amount of
Why is it
knowledge
important to
Bryan
know?
Hold on,
has.
Brian, let me ask you this.
Why is it important to know
wait,
where
wait.
Australia
This-
is?
no, this specific
Why is it
thing.
important to know where Africa is? It's the same thing.
Here's what I'm asking you guys. You guys have kids, right?
Yeah.
Would you rather have your kids know to be a hard worker, good singer, musician, whatever, or
dick.
know these things?
That's not an. That's both. It's called both. It's
Yeah,
called
both.
being educated.
That's great, but if you had to
Brian.
choose.
No, I don't.
No, I have to choose.
I don't have to choose.
No, you can have a
that's my
well-rounded
point.
And
kid.
you don't either.
My point is like,
No, my
why
point
is it so
is my
important?
point is
Well,
that
you
is
could do
not at
both,
all.
kid.
My
You
point
can,
is
yeah, but
you
what's-
should know why it's important to know the difference. That's what I'm saying. Nobody
Here we
told
go.
you why it's important.
I've
And
been to
very
Australia.
important.
It's amazing. Do I have to know it's
Yeah,
not
you
in
do.
Europe? Like what?
Yes,
why?
you
Why
do.
do I give a fuck?
You do.
Why?
Because it has relevance
Give me
to
a
the
reason
world.
why. Give me a
Because
reason
if you're a
why. You
low
don't wanna be
information
stupid.
person,
It's not
you'll
about
be-
stupid, Brent.
If you're a
It's-
low
you-
information person, you'll be ignorant, and you'll be part of the problem, not
Do you
part
think
of
I'm
the
a low
solution.
information, ignorant person?
I do.
Oh wow.
To your
really?
own. But you just admitted it.
Ignorant, a bit ignorant.
No,
No,
I'm
no,
saying-
hold on, because I don't know the location or the.
But wait, Chin,
hemisphere or
Chin,
something like
you've
that.
just admitted. You just said, why do I need to know this? Why do you need to know where the Arctic and Antarctic, that the North and the South
Why
Pole
do
are
I?
at?
Same thing
The
happened
same
in Germany.
reason you should
Go,
know
Nazis.
why Africa is a continent, or
Chin
why
knows that.
So okay, why is Africa a continent?
why is Africa a continent?
Yeah,
well,
tell me.
because it stands on its own.
Okay, so then what?
But Asia would be a continent too that's actually attached to
What?
Europe.
Okay, so why do you need to know that though? Oh, dude, but Brian, this is stuff that we learned in
because
fucking elementary school,
for the
high
same
school.
reason you want to know, for example, why 1 times 1 is equal to 1. In other words, there are certain base understandings about the world that
Knowledge.
give you perspective, and
That's
otherwise
great, Brian.
you'll be
if I was like
otherwise.
super into like geography and all that stuff,
You-
then I get
you
it.
know-
Nobody's
you
telling
need
you to be
that.
super into geography. I'm not super into geography. There are certain things you
Africa.
should know about. That's all I'm
Okay,
saying.
fine.
Give him a musical note.
Yeah, exactly. So on those, the guitar has 6 strings. What are all those notes?
Brian might know that.
What are-
A B C
In order from top to bottom.
G G
There's a
From top
G.
to bottom.
F.
Is there an F or
You don't know. So you know what? You suck.
But-
you
but
should
wait,
know
wait,
more
oh,
about
no,
music.
that's not true.
Music
Brian.
history is
No,
important.
hold on,
Call
hold
me
on,
ignorant,
hold
Jim.
on, hold on. I'm
me
aware.
ignorant.
I'm
Stop
aware
it,
of what
Brendan.
that is, and I'm aware of why that's.
I was in
important.
Australia with Brendan.
Wait, hold on.
We actually.
Hold on.
Chin's aware of Africa,
Jim, watch
though.
this. Jim, watch this. I'm very aware, though, of why music is important
Why?
historically, why music is important culturally, why music is important as a form of expression.
you don't know the
and
details
the
of the
reason
music,
I
it's
know why
different.
it's important is because it informs out my life and makes my life more rich.
Hey, by the way.
So wait, hold on.
Go ahead,
I also know enough to know what I don't know and why that's a liability. So for example, let me give you an example. I think it's important in life to know why, for example, Led Zeppelin is astonishing as a group, and I don't know.
You know they copied a lot of their music, right?
Whatever the
yeah,
case,
Okay.
that's also important.
Did you know that?
It's also I do. That's also important. They copied a lot
They're
of
not
the blues.
astonishing anymore.
They copied a lot of the blues people that they
They
looked
literally
up to.
stole songs from other
But
artists.
that's also important to know.
issue,
You didn't know that, dude.
I
Brian's
did know
ignorant.
that. Of course.
Then
I
why
know
are they
that.
astonishing artists if they stole music?
They stole some of the riffs, but made them actually pretty
no,
amazing.
it's almost identical. You want to do this? Let's do it.
I've done it. I know exactly
Okay.
what you're talking about. Led Zeppelin's still an astonishing band that wrote original music. So so what I'm saying is that I'm using them just as an
Yeah, you can
example
insert
of
any
saying
band.
I know that Pavarotti was an amazing singer.
Pavarotti.
Okay? He was an amazing
You're
singer,
ignorant.
Okay.
and I know where he stands in the pantheon of opera singers. And the reason I know that he was able to hit that tenor note in Nessun Dorma, and the reason it wasn't sung at the Met for 8 years was because nobody else could do that. You know why I know
It's a
that?
flex,
because
Jay.
it's
I wanna hear that note.
Because it's
I'm gonna look it up, the
culturally-
note.
It's
See if I can hit
culturally,
it.
but it's culturally significant. Like it makes my life more rich that I know the meaningful difference between things. And all I'm saying is that don't say, why do I need to know this? The reason you need to know this is because it makes you less
I don't
ignorant.
need to. I
The
don't
reason-
need it. It's not benefiting my life.
No,
where I
it
need
will
it.
make your life more rich.
Of course, if I'm interested in it, I'll fucking learn more. But I don't need it.
But that's like saying you don't need to learn another language.
I want to learn other languages. Yeah, I don't need it. But I would rather do that.
We lost Brendan.
I'd rather do that.
I
than
need
look
more
at,
hair, I'll
look
tell you
at
that
freaking
much. Look at
continents
that
and
picture.
like, what the fuck?
No,
Brendan, come back
but
to
Chin, that's basic education. You
Hold
should.
on, Dosa Dorma.
First of all, it's really easy. Chin, yeah.
Nope.
First of all, Finn, it's really easy also to fill in those gaps. Super easy. Like you just learned it.
Brian,
You just learned. Where's
so
the
what do you
North
think
Pole?
I'm doing right
What's
now?
the North Pole? What's it? What is it? It's the Arctic.
Pole.
It's
Where
the
Santa
Arctic. It's the
lives,
Arctic.
Brian.
What's the South Pole?
Snowman.
It's
I'm
I'm gonna
Antarctica.
pee while you
just
guys are
learned it.
arguing about the North Pole.
You just learned it.
Yeah,
And they're both
okay.
ice
So Brian,
caps.
how does
You're
that?
ignorant, Chin.
You're
Is
stirring
this like
the pot.
super bad fucking content? I don't
No,
know
it's
what to do.
important because it's actually really important because a lot of people feel the way you do. Why is it important
No,
to know?
Brian,
Why is it
I'm not- I
important to
don't-
know
I'm not saying, like,
who
it's not
Mao
good to-
Zedong
Hold on,
or Stalin were? Why is it important? You know why? Because it actually has to do with where we are today. So if you want to know why you're standing where you are and where you come from, if you want to know who got you here, that's an important consideration.
You're going way too deep with this. I don't need to know a fucking continent.
Yeah, you
Like
do.
why?
That question is an ignorant question.
Hold on, Brent. Oh,
It just
sorry,
is.
Brian. I've learned
Why should
that.
I learn about music?
No, I've learned that when I was in grade school, right? And it just kind of like escaped me.
Watch this. Okay.
I learned
okay.
a ton of other
You
shit.
know a lot about music. Watch this. I'm going to come to you and I'm going to say this. Chin, I'm going to go like this. Who's your favorite country music star?
Tim McGraw.
Who's the guy with talent that blows your mind? Tim McGraw?
A ton, dude.
But just give me one person for fuck's sake.
Fucking Chris Stapleton.
Okay, so Chris Stapleton.
Yeah.
If I came to you and said that this Joe Schmo guy and I played you a song, I can't think of anybody who sucks. Give me somebody who sucks.
I don't want to say that, dude.
Or just give me somebody
That's
who's just
fucked
not
up.
that impressive. Give me somebody who's really,
So
really
who I'm not that into,
Yeah.
who's huge and amazing, is
Yeah.
Luke Bryan, but I'm just not into it.
Yeah, but I don't want to use him as an example because he's still talented. But there are certain people, if I came to you and I said, this guy's more talented than Chris Stapleton, and I stuck to my guns, and you would go, you're fucking ignorant. And you know why I'd say that? Because you'd be right, because I don't know what I'm talking about. And that's important.
No, I would never say that because you don't
You
follow
might not
country
say
music.
it, but you'd think it. You'd think it.
You're not thinking about, Brian. This is a dumb argument.
It's not a dumb argument at all. You're telling me why should I know what continents are?
No.
You
Okay,
shouldn't.
I should have worded it better. It's like I don't need to know that stuff because that's
not a priority for
Yeah,
Jen.
I have other things in my life that's going on that I
making
focus-
beautiful music,
no
Brian.
shit, but being educated in general about the world's a good idea.
So you have to learn every single thing that's happened ever. From
It'd
the
be
moment
nice if
time.
you knew what
I
Africa
never
was.
said that. I said, but it's very easy to plug in certain holes, which I do all the time, and you should too. I do it all the time. There's certain things I don't know that are embarrassing that I should know.
But by the way, when I don't know, I just say I don't know. I don't like try to.
Nobody's
like, "Ooh."
shaming you. What I don't like is when you say, I don't need to know that. What's the point? And I'm telling you what the fuck the point is. The point is,
So
if you
I think,
don't
Brian-
and you say that, that's an ignorant thing to say.
What you're doing is that you're going way too deep into it. To me,
No,
it's
I'm
like,
not.
Okay, Brian,
The problem
let me
with
ask you
our
this. Okay, fine.
election, the
Hold on,
problem with
hold
our
on.
country is most people are low information voters.
I'm not
and
voting.
we vote in idiots. That's
Yep.
the problem.
Anyway,
Shane.
Brian,
And it
right now,
affects
right
our
now.
lives.
Let me ask you this right now.
2024.
Right now, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
This is a podcast that's very important to you, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Right?
somewhat.
And what stuff is around this
Thinking
podcast that has to make this stuff happen? Audio, software,
Boom.
cameras,
Engineering.
lenses.
Boom.
Do you know anything about these?
No,
things?
no.
Then shut the fuck up. Yeah, this is your thing.
Yeah,
No,
shut the
no,
fuck up.
no, Chin.
As Chin
You're,
said,
you're,
I'm sorry. That's
Chin,
not fair.
but you're missing my
shut the
point,
fuck
Chin.
up.
No, you
You're
should-
missing
this
my
is what
point.
you- this is your
you're
livelihood
going,
and you don't know
why
these
should I know
things."
this? I know about cameras. No, dude,
That's your
you,
livelihood.
you should also know why it's important to know a little bit about, I don't know,
incredibly
geography,
World War
history.
II.
I think this went a little
those
too far. I'm sorry, Brian. I did not. Need to
But
say
Chin,
you
it's
did.
important
No,
to know.
we'll make it about
it's
you.
important to know, to accept that there are certain things you should know, basic information about everything.
I
if
do
you
know basic
don't-
information. I went to Australia with Brendan. We discovered so many different areas, met people. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but
it
so
was
what do you?
amazing.
So what do you
Worldly
argue?
travel.
Do I have to know it's in
Brian.
this particular area of
It'd
this?
be nice.
Like, why?
It'd be nice to know where you're at.
Why?
No, why is that so important,
You keep
Brendan?
asking me why, and I'm telling you why. And you won't listen to the reason.
heard.
Go
You're
listen.
asking me why, and I've told you why, but you keep saying, why should I know this?
Why?
And
For
bringing
me.
up things like, you
For
don't
me.
know about cameras. And I'm like, okay.
Why don't you
just
know about
ask me
cameras?
why. And if you would listen,
So
I'm
why don't you
trying
know
to
about cameras?
explain. Because it will make your life more, it'll enrich your life. You'll see things you haven't seen before. It'll make you less blind
Less
to the
racist,
world.
Chin.
It'll make you
I
less.
saw this when I was a kid.
Chin.
Less
It'll
racist.
make you, when you educate yourself, and I do this all the time for myself, all it is this. I'll close
for it.
with
Do your
this.
thing, man.
The
Close it
reason
so
I
I
try
get
to
the
educate
fuck
myself
outta
on
here.
things like, I don't know history is it gives me a little bit of a light in a dark room. It gives me a flashlight in a dark room because
That's
most of the
great.
world is. That's all it is. And I'm very blind and I don't know a lot. But I know I don't know a lot. And what's fun is just to kind of give myself a flashlight and look in a couple rooms. Never stop doing that. That's all I'm saying.
That's great.
And all of us know a lot less than we do know, right? Like all of us are ignorant. All of us. But I think it'll help you'll enjoy knowing things.
If I'm interested in something, Brian, I'll always learn.
Chin's endeavor.
Yeah.
What is?
It enhances everything.
It enhances.
All right,
everything.
you know what? You're
That's
right,
all.
Brian.
Can we hear the note?
What's
Is
the
there a
note?
specific?
Oh.
You said no one else could hit.
Yeah,
Did
yeah,
you know
yeah,
Barcelli's
it's great.
blind,
It's great.
Chin?
I'll play it for you. Watch this.
Is this
Watch
one?
this.
Bocelli, not
This
Bocelli.
this is No One Sleeps. Nessun Dorma. Okay, it's Puccini. It's like the most beautiful song. Watch this motherfucker sing this, and I'll show you.
Didn't he get in trouble?
No,
He probably did.
no, he died.
Look it up.
I will after this.
Oh, watch this.
Da-da-da.
Yeah,
Oh, Chin hit that note, bitch.
yeah. A lot of people can do this.
Oh, but I breathe now.
I'll show you the part. If you can hit it, I'll give you.
Okay, go for it.
$1,000. Watch.
$1,000?
Tell me when.
Damn, Chin thinks he's Pavarotti?
No, I just don't believe Brian.
Okay.
This is from Ocean's 11. Did you know that, Chin? Huh?
I should have known.
The Bellagio.
Dude, I should have known
You're
that.
ignorant
Yeah.
and racist.
Is there a note coming or what?
Yeah.
He can hit a note nobody else can?
Yeah. This is really hard.
Should
note
give him
to
like
hit.
Mariah
Watch,
Carey.
and to hold it. Watch this. Ready?
He's a big guy.
Ready? Here it comes. And I think in the theater in Sicily, careers were made because they hit this note and held it.
Okay, we'll see.
Is it coming soon or?
Yep.
I'm so sorry, Brian.
This music makes me sleepy, man.
Does it?
Yeah. I could fall asleep to this. It's nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I don't mind
This
it.
is a beautiful
I'm
song.
gonna fast forward to where he's.
No,
okay.
you got it. It's coming
No,
up.
no, don't. Remix.
Ready? First of all, you can't do that, but
Oh, okay, we'll see.
watch this. Ready? Ready?
Wait, is the argument Chin can
Here we
sing
go.
like
Here we go.
Pavarotti?
Here we go. Ready?
That one?
Nope. Ready? Here it is. There it is.
Sing good. Is that what?
Yeah, you
I
try
just
that.
hit it.
Go
I just
ahead.
hit it.
Go. You can hold that.
Screw it. Hit it. You said no one could even hit that note.
You can't hit that note and hold it.
Singing,
Oh.
Yes, you
Brian-
did it.
Brian's point
I couldn't hold it.
Did
Yeah.
it. But Chin,
Yep, I
Nope.
can hold
Chin,
it.
that's so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard. Like you're trying to hit the hardest note in opera. and
But
you're
also
like,
there's
I can
also-
do that. Oh God.
No, you said no one could do it. I hit it for a second. I didn't hold it though.
Well,
Chin.
And by the way,
I
Brian,
can make a jump shot. I'm
there's
not
different.
Michael
No, but
Jordan.
there's different.
Lord.
There's baritones, tenors, there's altos.
No,
It's
Chin,
all
that's
different.
a really hard note to
Do you know
hit
about baritones,
as a
tenors, and
tenor.
altos or no?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Oh,
and
my
he's a
God.
tenor. I just said to you, he's a tenor, and you had listened to my story beforehand. You would have known. I said there wasn't a tenor they could find for like 8 years at the Met who could do that for a time. Now, probably a lot of people can do it, but back then,
a little bit of a
that
reach,
was-
Chin,
that
right?
was-
You can't sing like Pavarotti.
No, I just
right?
heard-
This is.
He said no one could hit
get out
that
of
note.
hand.
But Chin,
The argument was you don't hit that note.
Chin,
You
by the
can't
way,
hit-
I did it for a
but
second.
Chin, now hold on.
Rewind,
I
everyone's
educated
watching,
myself a
rewind.
little bit on opera. I know nothing about music, but it makes my life richer because I can appreciate when I hear that song. I go,
large man,
Fuck, that's
yep.
beautiful, and it makes the world more beautiful. It makes me less ignorant about music, right? Right? You know what I'm saying?
But if you don't
but here's the
study,
thing.
that's how Nazis
But Brian,
got you.
your point, Brian, is like you need to know about this. Like you don't need to know about this. This is something you're interested in,
don't
you're
have
passionate
to.
about. You don't need to
But
know
it'd
about
be-
this.
Your
At your
life would
own,
be better if you did.
you remain wistfully ignorant at your own peril. We all do.
Sure, Brian.
All of us do. True or false?
Sure.
I always say that to myself. I'm always like I'm very ignorant to a lot of stuff, and you pay a
So you're
price
saying
for it.
you
pay a price for being financially
I'm going to
ignorant.
give this up because I can't do this. But you're saying you need to absolutely know this stuff about Pavarotti and the notes? No, you don't.
Chin,
It adds to your life. Yes, of course. Adding
Chin,
We're
stuff
going
adds to your life.
circles.
is fine.
educating yourself in general is very important.
No shit, Brian. You think I don't think education's good?
That's all I'm saying. But you seem to be going, why do I need to know?
No,
about
the
content?
I said
And
continents
this is
and all
why
that
you should
shit.
take Andrew Tate's course online.
the Hustler University.
Hustler U.
Yeah.
Anyway, we disagree on that, but we and by the way,
We disagree on what?
I apologize.
We disagree on what? On what? What do we disagree on?
on the need to know certain things. The need, not like the desire, but the need. Like I can live my life and do some amazing things without having to know exactly which country is in which area, which city is there. I don't need that.
Right.
Unless I visit, then if I visit, I'm researching.
You missed my
missed
point.
the whole point.
You missed the whole point.
And you can't sing like Pavarotti.
You really did miss my point.
That got out of hand.
And I think you know what I'm talking about. In terms of just, it's
To
nice.
educate yourself is great. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
and if you don't, a lot of times you'll pay a price for it. In one way
Okay,
or
so
another.
what price am
So
I
if
gonna
I'm,
pay for
if
not
I'm
knowing?
financially illiterate, ignorant, I'm going to pay a price.
But you understand, financial is a huge thing in my life. I have to know what's going on.
Well, but I have paid a price for being financially.
What's the capital of
ignorant.
Australia, Brian?
Melbourne. True or false? But Chin,
Is it Perth?
I think it's Melbourne, or maybe it might be Perth. Canberra.
So Brian,
That's a fake
you're a
place.
terrible person. You're
ignorant, Brian.
You need to learn more. You need to study more.
You can't sing like Pavarotti.
Again, Chin, you're missing my point.
I know your
Damn
point,
it.
Brian, but I'm
No,
saying
you
we're
don't
going
know
back
my
and forth on
point.
this
No, you
silly
don't
thing.
know my point.
I do, Brian.
No, you're missing
To learn
my
more about
point.
cultures and
you just
continents
said,
and
you just
everything
said,
else.
do you know anything about cameras and what's the capital of Australia?
What's the bird of
arguing-
Australia?
yeah, you're arguing me out
It's
of
a gang cockaroo.
Yeah. You're arguing
Cockatoo?
in the wrong way. You should. It's very, very beneficial to your life to know as much as you
Of
can.
course, Brian. I would love to know everything in the world, but I don't
you
have enough
said,
time
why
and
do I
energy to
need
do all
learn?
that.
You said, why do I need to know where the continents are? Well, you should know where they are.
You didn't know what the capital was, so
Yeah, you got
what does that make
wrong.
you?
And you don't know what the national bird is, a cockatoo, gang.
What's that?
So what does that make you, Brian? Seriously, you didn't know what the capital was, so does that make you like
it
you don't
makes
like
me
ancient-
aware that I don't know a lot of stuff.
No, okay, that's
You
fine then.
seem to be defending it, and it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different to not know the obscure capital of Australia when it's a city
Okay.
that doesn't even and
is
nobody
Africa
talks
a
about
continent?
versus a continent
Right.
or to know something about.
No,
where
I'm saying
Antarctica
countries,
is.
continents, and
It's a
different
little
areas.
different to know not know where Europe is versus Canberra, right? Some knowledge is rather obscure and not relevant, whereas other knowledge is rather relevant. It just is. There is a difference.
Okay, and by the way, the stuff that's relevant to you is relevant to you. What's relevant to me is what is relevant to me. So let's not judge each other for not knowing
I'm
certain
not
things.
judging.
Brian, you called him an ignorant fuck.
Yeah, it got pretty heavy.
I didn't call him an ignorant.
And then
fuck.
he called
That's
you.
revisionist history. I didn't call him an
Yeah,
ignorant
you did.
fuck. No.
You called him ignorant as fuck.
No, I didn't. I said it's ignorant to be.
No.
say-
That-
I
Chin,
said-
back
I
it up.
say-
Sorry for the fans watching.
I say
or
if you're
listening.
walking around saying it's fine to not know this,
Then
that's
then
an
you said,
ignorant.
and then he goes, "You
statement.
call me ignorant." You
To
said,
say
"Yes."
why
How about
do
this?
I
How about
need-
this? How about it's fine for me to not know? Because if I want to know about it, I will just Google it, research it, visit the countries, whatever. But it's fine for me because I have other things I'm learning.
Yeah. By the
I'm
way,
taken care of.
education. People are like, "Oh, I'm not educated." Hey, man. The only difference
That's
between
not
somebody who's
flex.
educated and somebody else is they just spent more time learning about
it's not
stuff.
impressive. Yeah.
Like there's plenty of people. We're all ignorant to most.
Of course.
things. So there's no shame.
knows music. You
There's
know
no
guys'
shame in
bodies.
not knowing it. Yeah, I know
You're
a
a
lot
body.
about.
Brian's a body worshiper.
I'm a body worshiper.
Oh man.
Brian
Yeah.
or Chin's
But
delusional.
there's
thinks
a
he-
lot of
thinks he can
shame.
sing
There's
like
a lot of shame to
Pavarotti.
not knowing shit, and it's stupid because it's just literally like somebody speaks a language. Well, you grew up with that language. Doesn't mean you're smarter.
Why do I know John Mobley played at Kutztown State in Pennsylvania? I don't know.
Right.
I think about it every day. It's CTE.
There are what are the things that you guys think about every day? Is there a question in your mind or a thought that you have every day? Do you think about a person every day besides your kids? Is there something you think about every day?
Yeah.
What is it?
I literally can't figure out how a camera works, how it can look at something and take that image and put it onto something else. It just boggles my
Yeah.
mind. I
That's
think about it
ignorant.
all
That's
the time.
ignorant.
You're ignorant.
You need to learn
I- I-
more.
I-
dude.
I-
You
I'm
really need to learn
ignorant.
more.
I'm joking.
No,
I'm joking.
it is weird.
Isn't it amazing though?
But isn't
Somebody
it a
figured
weird
that out.
thing?
The more
Yeah.
you know, you should
Someone
look
figured
into it.
that
Be
out.
less
It's
ignorant.
incredible. They unlock the secrets of the
Yeah.
universe.
Like put two lenses
How
together.
about
and push a
harnessing
button.
the electromagnetic field, where they took
I've never
two
thought
different.
about that. I've never thought
They
about
took
that.
I've
two
never cared
different.
about that either.
They took two different metals and put it in a solution, in like a watery solution, and it created a charge. Because somebody was like, "What is this thing when I rub my feet on a carpet and I touch you? What the fuck is that?
Electricity,
What if
yeah.
we could harness that,
Dude,
And
how
then
about
they
there's
started
tractor?
experimenting with it.
Hold up. How about some more exciting than that boring, stupid, ignorant shit? How about there's tractor racing where they have 7 or 8 V8 engines all running
That looks-
together
yeah,
at the
I saw
same
that.
time, and they have like 18,000 horsepower.
I mean, I mean,
Think about the engineering. I know it's stupid, but think
it's
about
incredible.
one engine.
Yeah.
They have 8 of them at the same time, and they race every weekend.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, yeah, 20,000 horsepower.
Yeah.
I know it's different.
a good
than
example.
900 cars, but the engineering.
No, but
for all the
beautiful.
turbos.
Yeah, and
you know what, it's beautiful.
An engineer looks at it and goes, "That's the most beautiful."
Look
thing
at
I've ever
that
seen."
shit!
Yeah. An engineer goes, "That's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen," because
Now, those are
it's
race-
harmony. It took so much to do that.
Go.
Think about
the
that.
one up there. But think how the engineering and how smart these guys are to figure, and it all has to sync together, and the pistons firing
It's
and
insane.
the cylinders,
It's insane.
all at once.
That's
These are farm boys. Y'all are ignorant.
I'm hearing you.
And by the
I'm
way,
ashamed. I don't even know
By the
about
way,
this.
I don't know shit about that, but I can be awed by it. 9,000 horsepower. What?
3 V12 engines all run at the same time.
That's at 9,000.
Isn't that crazy? The stuff like that exists.
Yeah, it's insane. Well, human beings do.
Look at the
crazy
wheels on the
shit.
back.
Yeah.
And the guys driving, they'll catch on fire.
It could blow up. The whole thing could blow
No,
up.
they blow. They're so
Yeah.
fun to watch. Tractor racing's sick.
So now you're looking at that very differently than I am.
Yeah, to me,
You know what I'm saying? I don't know shit about cars. So you're looking at it. You see that and you see something. You see a whole world.
see
I
the
see
name of this
big
company.
wheels and a fucking engine.
But yeah, exactly. But hold on.
Which is what my point, Chin. We're all ignorant to
Of course,
everything.
yeah. I don't. Yeah.
No, so right now my thing is what I've been thinking about lately. There's this guy Jake. It's DMB intercoolers, and to me, it would be like the Mona Lisa. So on the it's just so nuanced shit. But on the Hummer, it has a coolant stack on the front, and comes from the factory. It's just black. But like the JMB, my guy Jake, he makes them out of like steel and silver. So when you open up the engine, it's 3 like silver stacks. It's the most gorgeous thing to me in the world, dude. Wow. I'm like, oh my God, that's so sick.
Yeah.
Most people are like, that's stupid shit, dude.
My buddy,
It's so cool.
My buddy breeds horses. He looks at a horse. I just see a horse. I swear to God, I'm like, I don't know. It looks like a horse to me. He goes, that horse cost $2 million. I'm like, but it looks just like that horse. He goes, yeah, you don't know anything.
You're
about horses."
ignorant.
Yeah, literally. So, like everything else, as you cultivate your eye or your ear, the way you have for music,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't, it's important. But
No, I would love to learn everything.
9,000 horsepower, dude.
yeah, and then there's
3
some things
engines.
that are ridiculous to know about, like that. At the same time, you can also make fun of somebody for being
yeah.
too educated on something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's a bit of a waste.
But that's what he's into right now. So that's
No, of course I'm joking, but
Yeah,
it's
it's cool.
You like that? Like that gets you going.
No, it's just mind blowing to me.
Yeah.
It's crazy that they figured out how to make it all
You
work.
could never put
And
that
there's
in a car.
Families,
Yeah.
families, like it's their tradition. Like their great grandfather built these, so it's all family, like tractor racing.
And it's real serious shit.
Oh yeah, in that demo, it's cool shit.
Damn.
Because the engineering behind it, they could
much
do
does-
anything, dude.
How much do those engines cost?
I mean, shit.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, by the time with all that engineering goes into it,
God dang. Some rich
mid
farmers.
high 6
Them
figures.
some rich farmers.
I'm into Allison transmissions lately. Weird shit, dude. And y'all are fucking ignorant, and that's how World War II started.
That's right. That's right.
No, that's not good. Okay, yeah. Anyway, it's a long episode
It is.
of arguing.
Oh damn, 2:18. I gotta
Yeah, I
go.
think you guys are
I gotta
ignorant.
run.
Me too.
I gotta pick my son up.
Me
All
too.
right.
Time
Kids,
to
I'll see you in Calgary.
3 hours of baseball.
See you in Calgary tomorrow. Calgary, or today. It comes out tomorrow.
you go.
Today, tomorrow. Yeah.
17.
Calgary, yucks. 1 show tonight, 2 shows tomorrow, 2
Tell
shows
my boy what's up.
Saturday. Let's go. Yucks,
Go, Brian,
Calgary.
what up? All right, guys. Love you. This is the Final Kid. We're out.